Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we've been decoding Joan, Jett. I love rock and roll. Standing changed to dancing. Um, After you cross off all your like letters, you end up with STC, and we used a numerology chart to convert that into 1, 2, 3. That's what we're working with. So we got the letters to go through all the categories except translations. We threw translations out. We got the numbers then to go through stock market, genetics, medical, chemical, uh, chemical laboratories, and now we're on research groups. And if you start with 1, 2, the first two letters or numbers, you get materials, science, and engineering research groups. And that deals with 12 research groups. All right. Now, if you move on from that, you got 2, 3, and 2, 3 ends up being research, 23 and me. So that's come up a few times here with 23. If you move on from that, you take all three letters or numbers, coming forward, and you end up with 1, 2, 3 is Doyle Research Group at Harvard. Not so sure what great deal Harvard is. 1, 2, 3 also ends up being Duke University Libraries Research Groups. And I'll provide the search, but that's what I found interesting, and we're going to move on. And that gets you through going forward. Now we're coming back, and you start with 3, 2. And 3, 2 winds up being a social epistemology of research groups. You also get 3, 2 is research groups, ESAHQ. And you also get Genesis Group Research at MIT. All right, if you move on from that, you take 2, 1, the last two numbers coming back, and that ends up being Trisomy 21 Research Group, and it's a public research group. All right. 2, 1 also ends up being CRIOS, Odin Institute at University of Texas at Austin, and they deal with computational research. And I'll provide the search, but we're going to move on, and that takes you to 3, 2, 1, the whole thing coming back. And the most interesting thing to me was nanoscience and molecular engineering at the University of Washington, but there is more. I'll read a couple of them here. Final report on aspirin component, and this ends up being a committee of physicians' health study research groups. Risks and benefits of estrogen plus progestin, and that ends up being dealing with different study groups. And the numbers there is part of possibly, no, it's not a phone number, I'm not sure, 321-333. 333. Why not? Study room reservations, library guide, student guide, library guides. How about chemical 142 general chemistry at the University of Washington, and that deals with student interface with research groups. There's the nanoscience. You also have Alzheimer's disease facts figures report. That deals with research. You also get family violence in the United States, and that deals with research studies. So you get a few things, and that gets you through going forwards and backwards in research groups. That's pretty much it. Technology will be next, and then random hits. And then we'll run the numbers against South Texas College and see if they in fact ran this quantum calculation, which I'm really interested to do. I got to get through this other stuff first. I also want to ask Danny, I don't know if you read my comment, but I was thinking if you could tell me about how many miles South America shifted east, since you're real good with maps. I might be able to start with the numbers and track that back to the letters using a simple alphabetic order, and we might, if it was done with a quantum computer, be able to figure out who did it. Maybe even why. So, throwing that out there, if you can get me an approximate number of miles that shifted, we might be able to do something with it. So, anyway, that's going to be it for this one. For now, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down when appropriate. And by the way, if anybody's still watching and gets anything out of these videos, please thumb up. It's not a good thing to see the trolls just killing our thumbs so that, the videos don't become visible. Not that I guess it matters, but it matters to some people. So, but thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. And technology will be next. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your day.